end up seeing if I can put these underglows on. These are just your standard max LED strips. These are about I think about 25 bucks, almost 30 bucks I think for these two, but they're super bright. That's what I'm running now. Turn this off. I don't know if you can see them there, but I have a strip on pretty much under each wheel. Have them all running down to this board that I made. My winch power. These two don't have anything hooked up to it yet. These are just spares for like if I get a light bar or whatever. This one here pretty much turns on the LED strips, and the adhesive tape just stuck directly to the top, to the plastic right there. I had an issue back here where sticks and all that crud was these were hanging off, so I got a piece of aluminum from Lowe's, and I ended up just cutting it to the length. I left about an inch past, see it on this side, about an inch past the end of the LED strip, and I just drilled a hole, and I have self-tapping screws. They're about half an inch. Good thing is on these you really can't see anything because the rack covers everything. So I end up zip tying the LED strip to that aluminum flat bar. I think it's about half an inch wide, and then I just ended up putting one screw on each end, and I think it's been holding up a lot better. So I haven't done the front yet, but I'm gonna end up getting to that when I can. Today I wanted to put these in right in there, not on the actual cover itself, but I'm gonna add them right here.
One eternity later.
So finishing up now after shit ton of wiring, or I had to redo this. I guess last time I had left these wires too short, so it was a pain in the ass getting my switch out. This is the homemade switch that I made. Rhino line, pretty much the plate itself, and I bought these switches off Amazon. All have the same power and ground, and each one just pretty much has its own circuit back to whatever component it's hooked up to. Bolts up straight to its factory with its factory bolts. So I know they make some of these online. You can find them for like 20-30 bucks, but they got real flimsy switches. I mean, I looked into the reviews for the other ones that I was looking into, and I figured I spent like I think it was like $8, and I got like 7 of these switches. And then, you know, I just I got all the stuff to cut and weld and stuff here, so I ended up just cutting this out, sanding it down. It took me about 3 tries to get the dimensions right for this the angle right here, but I eventually got it. And I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I was going to paint it orange too, but I figured, you know, just too much going on, so I figured I'd just black it out. That way, you know, you have that going. I was actually considering making these and, you know, selling them, these plates with a switch pretty much. So all you have to do is I would have them daisy chained over, so you would just have to have 1 ground and 1 power as far as your main feed, and then of course you can just branch off of each switch to whatever. But I don't know, a lot of guys end up having to putting them down here or right here, whatever the case. But I mean, if y'all see it and you'd like to have one of these switches here, I can get one made, you know. I'd get back with you, just send me a message or whatever. Oh yeah, so there it is. These LEDs are pretty damn bright. That's why I use them as my rock lights, because they're longer. I'm not really a big fan of the rock lights where you just get 1 pod, because then you just have that one spot here, and this one here, since they're about that long, you can kind of, it shoots light everywhere around the tire and the wheel well. So I got my wiring done. I got a few zip ties I got to put in there. Everything should be powered up now, and before I post this video, I'll end up taking a few pictures at night, or another video of this setup, so you can kind of see how it looks like at night. If I can get this damn thing on here. Something's not right. Oh, there it is. And I don't think I'll have any issues with that adhesive coming off of that strip there. I've just had issues with these down here where well, honestly, I've never had to clean that out at all. The way it is now is pretty much how it's been. Down here, like I said, we have sand, dirt, all that stuff hitting it from the tires, and these things do kick up a lot. I put these strips under here since the day I bought it. It was like September of last year, 2018, when I bought this thing, and I put them on like a week after I bought it, and only 1 strip started coming off. This one right here, about a month ago, I believe it was. So that's the reason I went ahead and went over to the aluminum strips, which I'm gonna end up doing up here. But it doesn't look too bright out here. I mean, then again, these don't either. But I'll show some pictures. I'll attach some pictures of this underglow, how it looks at night, and I'll take a video pretty much how all this here looks as well. I have these Warrior covers that go on here. I'm not sure yet if I should just leave them blacked out before I put them on here, or color match the orange for the Warrior emblem that goes here. So yeah, so let me put all my tools away, and I'll take it in the garage, and I'll probably take another video in there. It's a little dark in there, so you'll probably get a better idea how it looks like. All right, guys, I kind of came in the garage, turned the lights off. So these are that's pretty much the strips there. Like I said, they're pretty damn bright. And because if you walk in Walmart, go to the automotive section, and you'll see those max LED strips. I mean, those things are bright. But this here is kind of like a semi-illuminated garage. Next, so they're pretty bright. These are the ones I just put in now. You can kind of see the fans and stuff in there now. I think it came out pretty good. Like it says, it's just something to you know, kind of give you a little bit more attention up top versus just riding around at night with just the bottom. You know, gives you kind of something else, a little bit more detail up top. But I might add another strip up top, or because like I said, the one I just installed, if I had like a Rogue, like the Rogue covers and all that, I mean, that'd be awesome, you know, because you can kind of see everything, so you'd be able to see all this through the mesh grill. But since I'm gonna still run that for a while, I might add another LED strip like up here over this casing. That way you can actually see it shine over and actually be able to see it. If I mount it up top there, you'll be able to kind of see all this here illuminate through the grill a little bit better. But for now though, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. And like I said, I've been really thinking about buying that Rogue cover as it is. And you know, that way we can kind of be able to see the majority of this here. So yeah, also I just realized that these kits come with like a cigarette lighter adapter, so you can kind of plug it in here. And I was actually thinking about putting another strip, the second strip, because you get a pair when you buy these things. You gotta have the key on. So I'm gonna rip the camera off. Kind of wanted to add one like right here to shine up on the Warrior sign like that. But yep, still got the Outlander from my dad's. My place where I'm staying at doesn't have a garage, so I'm just kind of just holding it in here. Yeah, it's kind of adding something like that. That way it kind of, you know, shines up on that cubby right there, that hole. Which, I mean, even if you're riding, you know, they're kind of aimed at me right now, but I was gonna kind of stick them down so they're laying flat. So they're kind of aimed straight up versus kind of, you know, that way you're not really looking at the light the whole time. But like I said, just something different. Like instead of aiming straight at the driver, kind of aim straight up, which, let's see if I can get these things kind of off a corner of that tape on there to see if they can keep them in place until, just for now. Yeah, see, they're being straight up, you can actually see the reflection off of the snorkels there, off of the lettering, and straight up. And then from back here, you know, they're aiming straight up, so they're not really they won't really be, you know, in your face riding at night. But yeah, honestly, I think I'm probably gonna go that route. That way, you know, have that there and those snorkels kind of lit up a little bit as well. But, and of course, as I said, the one HID that works and one that kind of works whenever the fuck it feels like. But yeah, guys, that's it. Like I said, it's more to come, so may not be right away, but I'll get this thing right eventually.